Japanese society is worlds away from the America that I grew up in. Being that this was my first ever visit to this foreign country, known for its distinct character, one might think that I had much to expect upon arrival. But after considerable deliberation, I concluded that I didn't know what to expect when coming to Japan, but I was surprised by many of my experiences during my journey. Discussing what distinguishes Japan from the United States, and the culture shock visitors have experienced, is a topic about which many books have been written and many scholars have debated. Instead, I hope to give you, the viewer, a glimpse into Japan as I experienced it as a student from the United States. Hopefully, you can better understand what to expect on your visit. One of the most striking differences between Japan and the United States, which I experienced in both Tokyo and Kyoto, was the Japanese social sensibility. Japanese people are generally much more reserved and private than Westerners. Japanese language dictates that formal language be used when talking to strangers, which creates a social gap that can be compared to the British stiff upper lip or standoffishness. Only upon rare occasion have Japanese people approached me to make conversation or get to know me and others in the group. Without fail, those who have approached have been elderly people who appear to crave human connection. I believe that this social structure feeds into the atomization between people, which seems even stronger than in the US. Restaurants put up dividers between people or section off dining rooms for groups, and it generally seems difficult to connect with people outside of one's family. I did not expect a country which is known for having walkable cities and every modern amenity to be so introverted. Japan does, however, feel much safer than the United States. No matter where you go, you will encounter streets clean enough to eat from, urban centers that are free from most crime, a conspicuous lack of derelict or defunct buildings, as well as a homeless population which is a fraction of that in the US. Japanese culture places a premium on cleanliness and tidiness. After all, the Japanese word kirei means both pretty and clean. One will find that Japanese people make fashion choices in accordance with the neat and clean ideal. Dress is certainly more conservative than the US as well, with women almost always covering their shoulders and men usually wearing pants. One will find that the orderliness of Japanese society is also something that any visitor can look forward to. Trains always arrive and depart on time, convenience store shelves are perfectly stocked, and everywhere you go there are rules. Although the liberating feeling of living in the US is lacking in Japan, which makes life feel stiff and rigid here, part of me says that a culture which places great value in respect and obedience for authority is what makes Japan one of the most modern countries in the world with a high standard of living. Unlike in the US, Japan's cities are mostly walkable. There is no need for most people to have a car because the train system is fast, reliable, cheap, and is thoroughly connected to every part of the city. As a result, Tokyo's streets seem mostly empty compared to US cities. Most people do not need a car because grocery stores, restaurants, banks, and everything else one needs to live is in close proximity. Unlike in the US, urban spaces are much denser as well. People must live close together, and there's much less space set aside for parking lots. Japan's urban spaces are some of the most unique in the world for their loose zoning regulations here. Residential, commercial, and industrial areas mostly intersperse with each other freely, although in Tokyo, neighborhoods with specific trades and demographics have developed independently of bureaucratic regulation. One of the most surprising aspects of Japanese urban life is the extensive and publicly available green space wherever one goes. All of Tokyo and Kyoto are dotted with parks, exquisitely manicured gardens, and temples surrounded by trees. Though some places do encounter high tourist traffic, They offer a pleasant respite from the hustle and bustle of city life. This is something which is sorely lacking in U.S. cities. Most city dwellers in the United States have to leave their homes and drive out of where they live to enjoy the U.S.'s natural beauty. Japanese toilets are also a sight to behold. Toilets here always come with a variety of features which most Americans are not accustomed to, including automatically raising lids, heated seats, bidets, air ducts, and noise cancellation. Foreign travelers may have difficulty using the control panels on toilets, which are usually written in Japanese, so be sure to take a smartphone with a translating app or research Japanese toilets before leaving home. Japan also makes much greater use of vending machines than in the US. On every street corner, at temples, on mountains, beaches, and in buildings, you can often find multiple vending machines. Sometimes they are even lined up in rows, with each machine offering different products, and machines can sell anything from drinks and snacks to hygiene products and socks. Though Japan is known for its technology, most small transactions are still done in cash. Many bars and restaurants only accept cash, so travelers should consider currency orders from their banks at home before arrival, or use of the ATMs, which they can find in convenience stores. Some foreign travelers may be shocked by Japan's exotic cuisine. Japanese food offers a myriad of dishes, and many cities and prefectures are known for their regional specialties. Travelers should come prepared to try unfamiliar foods like natto or fermented soybeans, raw fish sashimi, burdock root, tofu, and a variety of seafoods. Visitors from the US should be aware that serving sizes in Japan are significantly smaller than at home, especially for meat portions. Vegetarian and vegan travelers will have significant difficulty in finding restaurants that cater to their diets, however, as most restaurants do not offer vegetarian options. Visitors should not be afraid to try from the many street vendors selling snacks at temples, alleys, and festivals. Japan is a country with a developed noodle culture. Here you could commonly find ramen, udon, soba, and somen, which are all usually served with broth. So don't be afraid to slurp here, as many consider it a sign of respect and enjoyment to the chef and restaurant. This video is only a glimpse into my journey through Japan. This trip was full of eye-opening moments and culture shocks, which are sure to surprise future visitors, but also serve as an introduction to the depth and beauty of Japan and its culture. Japan's world-class transportation systems, cuisine, verdant green spaces, and electric cities all present opportunities for cultural enrichment and personal growth. I hope that future travelers will open themselves to Japan's rich tapestry of tradition and unique national identity. If they do, they may experience, as I did, the adventure of a lifetime.